probably
drink
going to be the
on
most
online
watched
shows.
after the show for FF Weekend.
I love that Anna, the irony was just lost on Anna. She welcomes us back. And Governor Scott Walker is going to be joining us on the show.
Hello. Yeah, maybe I should have explained that a little bit.
Yeah, hey, let's get Pete back over here from Sleep Number. Now, you look at a lot.
Pete, get in bed.
Yeah,
Come on.
Hey, let me ask you.
Yeah,
Pete does a lot of sleep research at sleep clinics, and so you're looking at people on a regular basis. What is sort of a common theme you see in our modern day society among the people you're looking at?
Well, the most sleep problems we see are self-inflicted. People think they can learn to get by on less, so they try to learn to get on, sleep with 6 hours a night. And I look at them and say that's about as medically misguided as saying, I could learn and teach my body to be 50 pounds overweight. It's not going to work.
No, but let's be honest. Could we just really quickly, how many hours did you get, honestly, last night?
Last night, about 6.5.
Rick?
7.5.
4.
4. Okay.
4?
Yeah. How many about you?
I got 2.25.
What?
I feel fine. And no Adderall. No, I don't even drink caffeine.
Now, how long can you sustain
You ran the
that?
stairs this morning, though, right?
You know what? You fell asleep on the show.
That's true.
You cannot.
I know I can't function. I can't function to remember things. Like if I don't get like a good 7.5 to 8 hours of sleep on a regular, I can't remember things.
Yeah, one of my medical colleagues put it best. When you're sleep deprived, everything measurable in the human body changes, and that's not good. We're not wired to sleep 5, 6 hours. You really do need 7.5 to 8.
It does make you fat. That is true.
You overeat. Our nation's obesity problem is directly tied to our poor sleep habits, not only in adults but our kids as well.
Well, here's a question for you. How can this bed help me? Because the way that I like to sleep is in shifts. The reason I only slept for 4 hours last night is because I'll go home and sleep for 2 or 3 this afternoon. And that just has worked for me for years, hosting morning shows.
And for people who have odd sleep schedules and don't sleep as much as they need to, they know that, then you better get the highest quality sleep you can. And with a bed like this, you can fall asleep faster. You just get deeper sleep because you adjust the comfort level to exactly what you need. And then with the Sleep IQ from Sleep Number, you can then monitor and figure out things to do during the day or not to do during the day that help you get a better night's sleep that night. And if you track your Sleep IQ over time, you really can make a very big difference in the quality of the sleep that you get, even if it's not as much as you need.
What's the lowest sleep IQ you've ever seen? Like a sleep moron.
We've seen some pretty low numbers.
What was the cause? What was the reason?
Was it sleep apnea or something?
Well, one of the things that the Sleep IQ system requires you to do is to put in a goal of how much you want to sleep. So you put in a goal of 8 hours and you're only sleeping 6. It's gonna.
What about your job, though? I mean, I would like to get more sleep, but I have kids in school.
I do too, but you got to make it a priority like anything else. Just like any lifestyle choice you make, sleep should be the anchor. You should say, I got to carve out 7.5 to 8, and then build my life around that. Most people in America do the exact opposite. They live their life, and whatever's left over, they devote to sleep.
If we lowered taxes, I would sleep more. I'm being totally sincere. I would.
Because you wouldn't have to work as much.
That's true, and I would.
Well, stress is a number one, derailer of high-quality sleep. But you really do need to devote the time and then set up the environment and your lifestyle to achieve the best sleep you possibly can. And at Sleep Number, that's what we do, and that's why we build this technology into the Sleep Number bed.
Rick,
is there a way that I can just pee in bed? Without it being a problem?
Is there a catheter?
Can I get up?
It depends. It depends. Remember that joke? It depends.
That's my thing. Like 6 hours in, I've got to take a leak. And then I wake up, and then I can't go back to sleep.
And
Chulo, you're laughing because you agree, right?
So if you look at, that's what happened to this person right here. See, Sleep IQ will tell you when you got out of bed. Most people don't even remember it, especially if it's because of that.
So drinking how far in advance of bedtime? Rick's drinking a whole bottle of wine before bed, probably not a good idea. But how far in advance? Like an hour before bed, go to the bathroom so you don't have that red line?
Absolutely. Yeah. Again, you'll figure it out yourself. Most people have no clue of what happens. It's a mystery when they go to bed. This gives you a real insight of how you're sleeping and how your daytime habits affect your nighttime sleep.
Do you discover things that are unsettling?
You can. It records everything.
Like, what's the weirdest thing you've ever discovered when you're going through the data?
Well, we have a lot of people who see a lot of red, meaning they got out of bed and they don't remember any of it.
Now, be honest. Do you see like?
They're like, that's why I have the pizza out of the refrigerator's gone.
That's really not the weirdest thing, but he's not going to tell us.
No, I'm going to ask it, and he'll answer. Which
Patient
is
confidentiality.
Exactly.
Do you see like sleep sex happening, and like where one patient, one side just wakes the other one up, and they don't even realize it?
Or doesn't wake the other one up.
Absolutely, yeah.
That is so sick.
That has a different name.
Let's just say it records everything, but you can turn it off at will anytime you want
And
to.
it's secure. Why does it go into the
Final
cloud?
question, back on
All
track
the
a little
computing
bit.
is encrypted up in the cloud, and then in the morning, on any device that you have, whether it's your smartphone, the bed is Wi-Fi connected and Bluetooth connected, so you can pick up your smart device, you can pick up your tablet, or you can go to your PC and get the information anytime you want. We store 2 years of your sleep data in encrypted servers, so you can compare your sleep over time. We have.
Are there any cameras in the bed?
No. We have a colleague at work who is in her 3rd trimester of pregnancy, and she's been tracking her sleep ever since the pregnancy began, which was also recorded.
Oh,
You just lost me there, man.
Finally, you say this runs about $8,000, but in the future you're trying to get it down to $1,000, more affordable for the average person. And you made the comparison to weight loss and weight gain and all of that. Is this going to be the new way of gauging your sleep for everybody, the way a scale is for your weight?
Yeah, it should be. You know, people who have a healthy lifestyle, they count their calories, they count their food groups, they count their reps, hours, miles, but they don't track their sleep very well at all.
They don't have any friends.
How many hours do you get?
I get between 7.5 and 8 hours every night. I go to bed when my daughters, I have 2 teenage daughters, when they go to bed, I go to bed, and I get up at 8 hours. They get up a little bit later than that. But yeah, 8 hours, it makes all the difference in the world. It's huge.
You seem like a happy, very together man.
Yeah.
all right. This is the Sleep Number bed. It's the X12. Thanks for showing it, and thanks for bringing it in.
Thank you.
You guys look very comfy.
This will be the next bed I buy. Thanks, Pete.
You bet.